They're 5-4. We're 5-2 in quad one games. So these guys have just been really good through 24 games. And with the parity and all the transfers that happen, where if you look at the teams we've played through 24 games, you'd be amazed. And the same thing with anybody that is in our league, the age that we're playing against. Everybody's old. And we played against 6 seniors tonight. And it's hard to do. It's hard to get 19 wins through 24 games and 5 of them be quad one wins. So love where we're at. We get a much-needed day off tomorrow. I ain't even told the wife yet, but I am not leaving the man cave. Going to watch a lot of golf and relax, watch everybody else play a little bit, and then we got a big one on Tuesday, rematch with New Mexico, who really got us good down at third place. So this really sets up our February. Getting the 2 this week, when you got to go to Utah State and San Diego State at home, if you can get those 2, it can set up a pretty special month. So, our guys are excited. We're beat up. We got to get some treatment, and we'll resume on Sunday.
Certainly not easy to force Ledee into as many turnovers as he had. I think it was 7. What did you see from your guys in that facet of the game on defense to make Ledee, it seemed like, uncomfortable from the jump?
He's just a workhorse. He's hard to play against. He draws a lot of fouls. I think he drew 11 fouls tonight and shot 14 free throws. So we made him earn his 20 points. 20 and 7. And we played an extra 5. We got him in foul trouble. 7 turnovers. They had 16 turnovers. We had 16 turnovers. We said before the game. I said on the radio last night. You got the number 1 and number 2 ranked defenses in the Mountain West that went at it tonight, and that's what it was. It was a defensive battle. Every shot was contested. It was hard. It was hard fought. I thought the key was that they had 20 offensive rebounds in game 1, and tonight they got 6 in a 45-minute game. So I thought that was huge for us. And our guys have been doing that all year, and we got 11. We told them that the teams that have had success against them have gotten 10-plus offensive rebounds. We got 11 tonight. So we did some really good things.
Steve, big game, obviously, for your hopes for a regular season title, seeding top 6 teams now, I think 1 game apart. How big was this from that standpoint?
Well, it's huge because our guys need the confidence because, everybody was screaming, what in the world's wrong when we're 16-5. And I kept saying we're 16-5. The world's not going to end on our team. We just got to get back to work. And you're going to have laws like that. But we've played a tough conference schedule to date. And now we start the second half where we get more home games than road. Now we're down to 4 home, 4 on the road. But this was a good way to get it started because now we're tied in the loss column with San Diego State, and we've played them twice. So that's a good thing. We get by New Mexico, we've played them twice. So we just got to keep getting better day by day and week by week and see where we go from there. But this is a monster league, so anything can turn in any given day. But we're doing our work. 19-5 and 6-4. These guys have done a lot of great work.
Trey Coleman kind of quiet for 42 minutes or so, and then a couple of big steals and a big bucket or 2 down the stretch.
Yeah, I thought again defensively off the charts. He had Waters, and Waters gets 7 on 3 for 9 shooting, and he doesn't get near the credit he should get, not just in our league, but in the West, of how good a defender he is. He is a terrific defender. So he did guard well, and he always guards well even if he doesn't have a good shooting night. He didn't have a good shooting night, but where he's really grown is he had 4 assists for us and then has the biggest shot of the night. A guy that, what was he? He was 1 for 9 when he decides to make the biggest move, biggest shot on the night, and that tells me how much he's matured. So kudos to him. He's been a tremendous player for us all year long.
Coach, you talk about throughout the Mountain West, a lot of home court advantages. When Lawler's rocking like that, would you put it towards the top of hardest places?
There's no question. I shout out to our fans. Our student section was terrific. I appreciate the school making sure. I know we capped that thing. I think at, I'm not sure, 1,400 maybe kids, students that can get in. But I want all the students to have an opportunity. So we reduced that to $5, and I'm gonna continue to fight for the students because the students. It's college basketball. The atmosphere is created by the students, And we just played at Utah State. There were 3,500 students. That was a really hard place to play. So as many students as I can get in this building, I want to get them in because they create the energy for us. And I appreciate what our administration did by allowing that to happen in this game. We're going to need it Tuesday. The pit was wild when we were down there, and we need to return that favor on Tuesday. And our students and our crowd have a lot to do with the energy within our guys, because if you notice, they subbed. They did a lot of subbing in overtime. We stuck with those 5. That's hard. That's hard to do. I wanted to sub, so that home crowd helped those 5 that had to play the whole overtime. They helped them get through it.
You had told us earlier this season that we'd get to see the real Daniel Foster. I don't think there's many D1 players that'll play 32 minutes and only take 1 shot, but just how important is he to what you guys do?
You know, I'm not going to invite you to my film session here in a minute with the coaches, but if I did, you'd see what we talk about all the time with Daniel. For instance, Trammell is really good. He's really good off the bounce, and he likes to create space and get a little step back because he's not big, and he shoots that very well. Both times in regulation to end the game, to force overtime, and to end the game in overtime, that's Daniel locking him up. Daniel is, in my opinion, he's one of the hardest guys to drive by. He's got big, heavy, athletic legs, and he gets in a stance, and he's strong, and he's just physical. And the minutes he gives us are terrific. Rebounds, he gets 6 rebounds, he gets 4 offensive. He just does so many good things for us that don't show up on the stat sheet. Tremendous teammate, and very happy for him because he's deserving of anything, and probably a career high 31 minutes tonight. Just really busted his tail at both ends.
I joked with Keenan after that he might have to lose the headband for the rest of the season, but for him to not waver, he had some moments he wants back, I'm sure, but for him to kind of stick with it, what does that say about him?
Did he shoot the last 2 free throws without the headband?
He did.
Well, we need to lose the headband. No, Keenan he's such a competitor, but he can really get down. And I've just tried to help him on, you're so doggone good. I mean, even on a game where maybe, he missed foul shots. He was 6 for 12 time, but he gets 4 rebounds. He draws 9 fouls. He gets 22 points. He just does so many good things. And he's a workhorse. Jared's banged up a little bit. We got Tylen obviously banged up. Hunter's banged up. We need this day off. This was a really hard stretch from San Jose to here. Was a really hard stretch of games. 3 games in 7 or 8 days. So we need tomorrow to just kind of relax, get away from basketball, do some rehab. But really proud of what our guys were able to do.
I want to know more about the man cave, but maybe we save that for the offseason.
Yeah. Definitely not going to be tomorrow. I like you. But thank you.
Thank you. Man, oh man, oh man. It's crazy.
Crazy back and forth overtime. Just a wild game.
Me personally, I can't comprehend it right now. I can't comprehend nothing right now. It was just a great game, really. Both teams were just going at it. We had two high-level teams. We all know how Ladie plays, aggressive, one-of-a-kind player, and San Diego State as a whole is just being a great team overall, and that was just a great win for our group, just to rally together and just not get rattled in those moments and just step up to the plate, really.
Just like he said, I think it just really showed our grit and our perseverance through the last stretch, just never giving up and make sure we get those 50-50 balls and finish plays the way we're supposed to be.
Trey, just taking it to that last possession. I mean, Keenan does up the shot, you grab it, and you get the ball back up and score. And huge bucket, probably one of the biggest of your career.
Is that what happened?
No, I didn't shoot it.
Oh, it was a pass.
The play wasn't written for Trey, actually. Really, it was written for Jared to come off a curl, and he get a shot right there. And me personally, I just said bump the script, really, and just threw it to Trey. Trey was just, I know, I trust my teammates. I trust them to make the play, and I knew he'd step up. I just knew he hit 2 big free throws down the stretch. Nobody talked about that, and he's been big all year. He's our glue. He's our everything, really. He's the person who's keeping everybody even keel, and yeah, we love Trey.
Like Keenan said, the play wasn't drawn up for me, and I believe before the free throws, I think I missed like my last 5 shots maybe, and when I came off the screen, I seen he threw it to me, and I knew I had tremor on me, so I knew I could go to the post and get a layup up. But it really just shows his trust in me and like our trust, throughout the team, and I think it just like that last play really shows us who we are.
Yeah, a great shot nonetheless, but just take me through some of your defensive plays. One big one towards the end of the game where you picked it off on San Diego State's side of the court. A big steal for you guys to give you another possession.
Yeah, our game plan going in was trap Ladie as soon as he gets the ball. So that's what we did. We made him a retreat dribble, and I knew he was looking for that outlet pass close to the sideline, so I went and picked it off.
For sure. Just contrast the playing at Viejas up until now, playing at Lawler. It was a physical game down in San Diego. How'd you guys come back and match that physicality up here at Lawler?
They had 20 offensive rebounds at Viejas, and we pride ourselves on being physical, being the most physical, and I don't know how many offensive rebounds they had tonight. Probably 6. Oh my God, that just shows our maturity and our grit. Really, coach was getting on us, and he was hot just watching the film. Really, of just how we played last game, and he's seen our growth since Viejas and how we came together and just perseverance, and everybody was just. Like, we wasn't letting the outside noises get in, really just thinking that we're done and things of that sense, and just we're not able to play with nobody. I feel like we're the best team in the Mountain West when we're all locked in, and we're on a mission, as I said, in Utah right now. So we're just going to keep going on that journey and just keep chopping wood, really.
Yeah, Trey, can you tell us more about that mission? Because it really feels like y'all have flipped the script after leaving the pit, really.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Just tell us more about that mission you guys are on and what has changed after you guys left Albuquerque.
Really just about how people are trying to out-tough us and trying to be more physical than us, and that's what we pride ourselves on, just being physical, like Keenan said, and we just want to show everybody that we can play with anyone.
As a defensive specialist, what can you say about what Daniel Foster contributes? He took 1 shot today. He played almost 32 minutes. It feels like you guys aren't as successful if you don't have him.
Exactly. Trammell got going a little bit down the stretch, and we just switched down on him, and you seen what happened. He caught that first move every rep. Daniel, he can guard.
He can really guard. He can really guard.
You want to add to that, Keenan?
Yeah, Daniel can really guard. Daniel's also one of those glue guys that we need go. Just a hard-nosed player, and we love Daniel, really. We love how hard he plays. We love his communication. We just love his how he buys into the team, really, and I praise him. Also, Nick Davidson. That was a huge bucket. That had to be the most hyped I've ever been in my life for Nick.
That was quite a moment. He picks that thing up off the ground. And the way you answered that, it tells me that maybe Daniel's even giving you some fits in practice, I can imagine.
Yeah. I go against Daniel and Trey majority of the summer, and really just like those are one of the best defenders I feel in the Mount West, really. Just going against them every day and just working on just how to get open and try to get my buckets off on them and things of that sense. And yeah, it really helps. I feel like I'm a premier player in the league, really. And
You say it with your chest.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I feel like that's too cocky, really. And I feel like I'm one of the best players in the league, and just going against them sharp as iron, really.
We use the term physicality a lot. I can't think of another synonym off the top of my head that goes beyond that. But for both you guys, how much do you ache right now physically feeling just because of how, just look at Ladie from the naked eye and it's like, oh, wow, it's a big guy.
You go, Trey. You go, Trey.
Right now we're not aching, but it'll take about 2 hours probably. By the time we get home, we're going to feel it. But right now we still going because we still got that adrenaline going.
And Keenan would be remiss if didn't ask about the loss of the headband. Have you been? Did you get it back? And will you keep wearing it? Because you're making free throws without him.
Coach said you got to lose it too.
Oh man. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Man, the headband was just holding me back. It was the extra 10 pounds, really. That's why I was Mr. Free Throw List. I got to go work. On that. Gotcha. I'm just not satisfied.
Before I forget, though, the silver uniforms, y'all been playing pretty nice in those. Are those here to stay for home games?
Yes, every home game.
Yeah, if the fans like it, we love it.
Yeah. Right.
What can you guys say about the crowd tonight?
It was amazing. I never top three loudest I ever heard it ever in Lawler tonight, and we love the support, and we just love it, and I hope they can come out and support again for the Tuesday game against New Mexico.
That'll be I don't know if we'll see you guys before then, but that'll be a much different style. Is there a challenge and is there a challenge in going from an SDSU team to a New Mexico team that's going to play a lot differently?
It's two different teams. I feel as if San Diego State is more of a physical team, and I feel as if New Mexico is more of a fast-paced team and things of that sense, and just trying to slow them down is tough, and they've been rolling, so yeah.
Yeah, Trey, your thoughts on the Lobos coming in? Obviously a chance to right a pretty big wrong from just a couple weeks ago.
Right. I think going from San Diego State and going to New Mexico I don't think it'll be a challenge, but it's just a little different. I think they both like to score in transition. So first and foremost, I think we need to take their transition away and make them play in the half court, because our half court defense, we can guard in the half court. So I think, just learning from our last experience with them and just knowing to come out the gate hot.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.